Disclaimer. This podcast contains some swears. Not everything is factually accurate. We're just two mates and a parent having a few beers and a laugh.
Hello, my name is Richard. I haven't watched US TV show Friends. I know what you're thinking.
God, you're weird, aren't you?
But now, with the help of my son and his best pal, I'm prepared to change that to begin a journey of a discovery. So grab a beer, settle back and listen as I boldly go where I've never been before. Join us for me, my dad and friends. Well, when I say friends, I really mean friend, just with an S and commas. Clever, eh?
Hi and welcome back to Me, My Dad and Friends. I'm joined by my son.
I've got magic beans.
His best pal Gaz.
To hell with hockey, let's all do that.
And of course me, the dad, Richard. Once again, I'll ask if you haven't already to like our socials. On Instagram you can find us at Me, My Dad and Friends. On the old Book of Face, it's Me, My Dad and Friends. And the birdie twit is Me, Dad and Friends. Also, I'd like you to know that you should watch out for our future YouTube and TikTok channels. Now, enough of the housekeeping, let's get into the episode. So, synopsis. Joey and Chandler take Ross to a hockey game to take his mind off his anniversary of the first time he slept with Carol, while the girls become depressed when they realise they don't have a plan. So, usual question, Dad, how do you find it?
I found it much better than the third episode because it was more funny, and they'd split it so the girls, more or less in their own scenes, and the lads in theirs. And I just thought it was a better episode. I enjoyed it more.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more than the third episode.
Yeah, I think the third one was pretty weak in regards to what was going on. I know there wasn't much storyline in this one, but there was like two different storylines going on at the same time.
We saw chemistry, they can split the group up, but there's still the chemistry between, and I know it's boys and girls, but we saw that no matter who they put together, that you can see that they're proper friends.
Yeah.
I think it portrays the difference between boys and girls.
I completely agree. Yeah. The way the girls handled with Rachel's, because obviously the backdrop of the episode is Rachel's depressed about her friends are moving on with their lives, and Ross is depressed because
his missus
he just remembers being with his wife, and the way that the boys handle it and the way that girls handle it is completely different.
Yeah.
It's the classic thing of a bloke goes to a hockey game with the lads.
Yeah, whereas the girls sit and have a slumber party.
Yeah, it was a lot better. I enjoyed that episode a lot more than I did the third one.
The intro again is in Central Perk, which I think establishes Joey's not lack of sort of common sense.
His innocence.
Yeah, and also like they use big words and he doesn't understand.
Yeah. But he thinks omnipotent means impotent. Yeah, which is a brilliant joke.
Yeah. What would you do if you were omnipotent?
What would I do if I was omnipotent for a day? I don't know. That's a good question.
It's a good question. I should have prepped you.
Yeah, you should have done.
Yeah.
If I was all, what's the definition of omnipotent? It's like all God, all powerful, or something like that.
Great power and influence.
Yeah. What would I do? I'd help Liverpool get over this rut that they're currently in. That's what I'd do.
It's the first time we've seen.
What would you do? What would you do? If you were omnipotent today, Hannah's not here. Pretend Hannah's not here.
If Hannah doesn't exist, everything's different.
You'd be playing Twister.
You would. You'd be in Joey's position, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I don't know. What would you do?
You've got old Will Peace in that, but I'm not really interested
No,
in
we're
that.
not.
We're
not going that deep.
No,
You've got a little bit of fisticuffs now and again.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
No?
Oh, I'd make that alcohol free.
You'd make alcohol free.
I think that's probably the biggest thing I'd do.
You drink alcohol free though, don't you?
I was going to say, alcohol free.
I fucking don't tonight. But it's the first time you see all the girls drinking.
Oh yeah, we do. We see them drinking for the first time.
It's the first time you see them sort of half cut.
And it's very rare
Yeah.
in all 10 seasons that you see them
The only one I can think
drunk.
is Monica.
at the birthday party. Yeah.
It's the only one I can think.
Nothing else springs to mind.
No, because when
Drinking isn't really a running theme through the whole thing, is it?
no, which is ironic, really.
I was going to say, is that because of Matthew Perry having his
No.
problem? Or
That
was
I don't
just-
think so.
or is that just
I think they had enough content without that kind of. Mind you, you've got Fun Bobby, haven't you?
Oh, Fun Bobby drinks, yeah. Oh yeah. Never mind about that.
But
That's a long ways in the future, huh?
Fun Bobby drinks, but I don't think drinking is sort of.
It's not
necessary.
prevalent in it, is it?
No,
What's Richard laughing at now?
Rachel when she runs across her mate.
but I think that's a great scene as well because it shows how far Rachel's come.
Yeah.
Because when Phoebe and Monica mock them all screaming, Rachel looks across as if to say, "Yeah, no, I'm not associated with these people."
I still think Rachel misses that part though.
Yeah.
She still wishes that her life was as easy as it was to marry someone that had money and then she could live her
Well,
life.
throughout the episode, she's regretted not marrying Barry.
Yeah. That's another thing about this episode. I think you see why Rachel's upset in this episode because she's not keeping up with her old friends. Her friends are all moving on with their lives.
Yeah.
And then we see Ross, who is thinking about his old missus, and I think that's another little setup.
Yeah. But again, that sets the story so well with the end of the episode. Because of the way she said, "I've got magic beans."
Yeah.
And
She realises that she's much better off
Yeah.
now with the friends that she's got rather than what she used to have.
Yeah. Also, there's a reference to music in it, again.
Another reference to music.
Yeah.
Go on.
Anyone pick up on it?
No, can't say.
When the credit card people phone and Monica says Rachel left the building, as in Elvis.
I was going to say Elvis, yeah.
That's not really a reference.
It is a reference.
I don't think it is.
Well,
I think she's
I
just...
think you're
Monica's
you're grasping at straws, aren't you?
Yeah, you are.
we also get the first confirmation that Monica and Rachel live together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do,
But
yeah.
this one thing I was going to ask is because that's never really explained, is it? She just moves in,
Yeah.
and that's it. It's just like in the first episode, she stays with her.
Is it explained in the first episode where he says, "Don't worry, I might just stay here with Monica"?
Yeah, but that could be for a week.
Yeah, could
Yeah.
be for the day.
Well, that's
week,
the thing.
you know. The next episode, it's like, I've been here for like 3 years, or whatever.
Yeah. But does that not show how close
Yeah.
they're all at?
Yeah,
Is that what that's trying to imply?
maybe.
Because she's so comfortable with everyone that.
Yeah.
What's the time frame in between episodes? Because she's just got her first paycheck.
Yeah, we don't really know.
I was thinking before, because she's just got her first paycheck. So is this
That
like a
so
month?
so that's episode 4, which would explain 1 a week, 4 weeks a
I was
month.
going to say a month.
Because she did. No, yeah, she did get the job in the end of the first episode, didn't she? So if that's the time frame you want to live by, then that's fine. But
Yeah.
I don't think there's any like
I don't think it's
specific,
set, is it?
No.
specific like 1 a week, which
Yeah.
means a week has passed. I don't think that's the case.
It was just something I was wondering that.
Well, no,
Because
because this episode's all filmed supposedly on the same day,
Yeah.
which conjures up another question. Since it was Ross's birthday.
Yeah, well, Ross's
'Cause that
birthday
starts-
is that. I mean, that comes to question a lot through
his
through
birthday changes.
It changes
pretty much
5
each
times.
series, doesn't it?
because he says in this episode that his birthday was 7 months ago. But in another episode, we find he claims his birthday was October,
Yeah.
which is the same month that this episode
Yeah.
is set in. So, and then there's another episode where he claims it's a different date and all that sort of stuff. We don't really want to get into that, but
No.
it's just errors. They've got different writers for each episode, haven't they? So
Yeah.
just,
I was just wondering if there was like a time, sort of not a stamp, but a chronological sort of order to it.
Yeah.
That it's all set within so many weeks or whatever. Purely because she just had her first paycheck in this episode 4.
Yeah, that makes sense. The fact that it's one a week, though, doesn't it? That maybe that's what it implies. But
You never
I don't
really
think
get
you
confirmation
don't need
of
to
that.
worry about whether it's one a week or this happened,
No.
or whether this is what they did on this day this week,
Yeah.
and then this is what they did on this day next week. It changes, doesn't it, throughout the whole thing?
Yeah, I think it's more, as I'm realising as we do this, that there's not necessarily stories as such.
No.
There
When you
are
break down
stories
episode
to
by
it,
episode,
but it is more. It's just six friends.
It's just
having a laugh,
situations, isn't it?
yeah,
and that's all it
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Which
there's-
I think is
there's
what
no-
made it so popular.
There's no breakdown with timeline or anything like that.
No.
You just got to enjoy each episode for what it is, and the stories will just follow, won't they?
Yeah. Obviously, there's stories in it, but it doesn't need it.
But so far, we've not really got a storyline, have we?
Well, so far, all we know is that Ross likes Rachel.
Well, we don't even know that.
We do, because he says in the first
Episode, he
doesn't
asks her out, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if you like me in college.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew I liked you in college, but you don't know other than that.
No. Other than that, as far as we're concerned, Ross is still hung up on Carol.
Yeah.
Rachel's still thinking about her past life.
Yeah.
And then at the end of this
But
episode,
again,
she thinks, hang on, maybe I've made the right
This
decision.
episode doesn't seem in sequence because episode 2, he's so fixated on Rachel, whereas this episode again, he's fixated on Carol.
Yeah,
so
but,
it's
yeah,
not
but
in.
wouldn't you be, if you'd lost, your marriage was ended, every anniversary would feel like you'd want to revisit it, wouldn't you?
It wasn't his marriage, it was popping his cherry.
Oh, that's not fair.
Kept the boots on as well.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, what was weird was Chandler is meant to be Ross's college roommate, right? He would have known
He didn't know
that Carol was the only person he'd slept with.
Yeah.
He would have known that. And with Monica as well, she...
Well, it's also Ross states obviously it was the first time she kept the boots on, but it's also building relationships, I suppose, in a sort of really weird way. That Rachel said that Barry owes you to keep his socks on.
The little quirks of what
Yeah.
the
That's
pants
a little
are.
nice little pickup you've got there.
Yeah, research.
Very observant.
Yeah,
that.
research.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just thought that was a nice little sort of, it connects them. And it's slowly building up connections in a way.
For those two characters, you mean? Or for
Not necessarily in all of them, because I don't think any of it progresses characters. Like I personally think that this episode shows what Chandler is, one-liners and things like that. Chandler's very one-line in this.
Yeah.
He's very, I'll get the laugh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I quite like Joey in this one as well.
I think he will grow to
Yeah,
like
he's
Joey.
starting to grow on me a little bit. I still think Ross is the best though.
Ross is the best, but Joey's the most consistent.
Through the whole thing, you think Joey's the most...
I think Joey's the one that doesn't change, which could be seen as a flaw, but I think he's the one that he never changes through it all.
I think he changes.
But not.
I think he becomes a lot softer.
Yeah, but not.
A lot more relatable. Like, Joey's always going to be the one that gets the girls and all that. And I mean, you see that
See,
here
that's
when he takes the
relatable to
piss
me.
out of Ross for only... Well, he doesn't take the piss out of Ross, but he says, like, one girl, Ross is what now, 25, 26? We don't know, do we? But... And he's saying Ross has only had one, which I think becomes more of a storyline, but I think Joey becomes a lot softer.
Yeah.
Doesn't become an awful lot about, like, Joey's the boy's boy and he gets all these girls, which is the case.
We haven't seen that yet. Though.
No, we haven't. No.
I was going to say, because that's the facade he puts out.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you don't
Because
see
you've not seen Joey actually with anyone.
We haven't yet. No, we just get the perception that this is
yeah.
what he does.
Yeah.
It's strange, isn't it? Because that's not a character we've just showed so far, that Joey's someone that thinks a lot of himself.
Yeah, he's not actually.
Because he's always with Chandler, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's always with Chandler. He's never with a girl. We haven't seen him
See,
with a girl.
so from watching it, would you say that Joey was closer to Chandler or Ross?
Joey. I would say.
See, I wrote this down in my notes.
Yeah.
I was thinking this
because I think them two are more best mates, and Ross is sort of part of it.
Yeah.
But I would say.
See, I always think that even throughout it all, I always think that Ross is a bit of the outsider.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So, in this, that's what I said before about Chandler should have known about Ross's sexual history and stuff. Chandler and Joey are a lot closer than Ross and Chandler, which is weird because they should be closer
because they were in college.
Together.
Yeah.
But does that come with living with someone, though? I suppose.
Yeah, probably.
Because I mean, if we lived together, we'd know a lot more about each other.
I don't want to know a lot more about you, mate. Honestly,
You say that now.
I've had enough.
We've got 200 odd episodes. You've not had enough yet, mate.
I would like to get to know Richard a lot more, though.
You play your card, right, gas?
It's just me, but 54.
Yeah.
Is this the first time we learn that Phoebe's a vegetarian?
No.
Is it not?
Oh, is it?
Why did she thought
No, she says when they're on the balcony, Monica says about the lasagna that... Was it lasagna? No, pate.
Right.
She said about the pate that she made, and then she goes, unless goose was a vegetable.
Ah, right, yeah. I didn't quite catch that when it was playing to be active.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I don't think we've seen that before. Phoebe being a vegetarian. Also, another thing in this episode was how the girl's spying out the window.
That becomes a theme.
At a bloke. Imagine if that was reversed.
Well, you think about it though, because they look at ugly naked guy through the window.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's a different sort of thing. Like they're looking at a guy that they find attractive through the window. Imagine if the boys did that at some girl who was over the street.
It's weird if you're looking at someone you find attractive. It's not weird if you're looking at someone that's naked.
It's ugly naked guy. It's ugly naked guy. It doesn't matter. But no, it is strange, isn't it? How that perception, like they couldn't have wrote 3 boys looking at a girl over the street. They couldn't have done it.
Could they have?
He dropped a towel, didn't he? He was naked.
So, but could they have then?
No.
Very different time.
They couldn't.
I think they probably could have done to a certain extent with that, but they could never do it now.
Oh God, no!
You couldn't do it now. You probably could get away with it. I think it was the thing about women having equal rights and everything, and that kind of thing coming through. So you probably could get away with it then, but you certainly couldn't do it now. I think it's probably refreshing to 3 women sitting on the balcony ogling blokes anyway.
And having a drink.
It probably is.
Getting pissed.
I think
when she drops a towel, drops the cushion off the balcony here, because obviously we're watching it through again.
Yeah.
So Rachel's talking and she drops the cushion, which I thought was a brilliant little piece of... That wasn't actually in the script.
No.
I thought maybe that was just happened.
That was by accident.
Yeah.
But they wrote the guy bringing it back into the script.
Yeah.
And that scene of him opening the door and getting the cushion and Chandler's face, I thought it was just such a simple thing.
Yeah.
But I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
See, I love the scene of them all drinking on the balcony because I think it was very different for the time, because not many shows would show 3 women talking about a bloke. How did you find the actual story to it? Like the going to the hockey and things like that.
Yeah, it was quite good. As I say, I liked it because they split them up, and the girls had their own sort of situation, and the guys had theirs, and it was different. It was pretty good because it shows the friendship they've got between the 3 of them.
Yeah. I think that's what you see, isn't it? That they can sort of put different characters in different
and you hit
situations.
it on the nail on the head when you said, well, I've got magic beans. And then instantly you know that she's quite happy with what she's got, and she's not bothered about no money.
There's a thing with the... so they went to watch a Rangers Penguins game in October. Assuming this is 1994 when it was filmed, the NHL was on a hiatus at that point. So there was no hockey games. So that's a little error on the writer's part.
Oh, I see.
See, I think as well, this is a slight throwback to the first episode. You know when she's telling her to cut the credit cards up and stuff, and Monica says, "Welcome to the real world.
Yeah.
It sucks." I think that is a minor throwback because it's like Rachel's realising that it's shit. You know, it's money and things like that. But if you've got close friends and the right people around you.
If you've got the right people around you, life does suck, but you can grin and bear it.
Yeah, but I think that's also what makes this so relatable. Because, I mean, how many times we go out for a drink or whatever because life's shit, but it doesn't matter. No, we've got the right friends, and it's fine.
You need people around you. You need people to talk to, and that is why this series is ingrained so hard in me.
Oh, See, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, no, I am. I'm enjoying it.
Are you enjoying the whole recording and talking part of it?
Yeah.
Not just the programme. I think you are enjoying the programme, aren't you?
I am enjoying the programme, and I enjoy recording as well, because it's good to hear everybody's views on it, because it I don't know, I just like doing it.
Yeah.
It's just good.
Well, it's like the last episode, like, that wasn't a favourite of mine,
No.
It wasn't a favourite of Liam's, and it's nice to talk about it, isn't it? We can have different opinions.
Yeah, I don't think, at the moment, there's nothing I've really thought that I don't like that.
This is why it baffles me.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
This is someone that used to say to me, "It's shit."
It's shit. Yeah.
And I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand anybody that doesn't like Friends. Either because I don't understand how you can't relate. If you can't relate to one of them, you have to relate to one of the six.
One of the six, yeah.
And I think that's what makes Friends so great, is because at the time it was always like the focus of the series was one person, whereas this made 6 people the focus of it. I mean, since then a lot has been done, but at the time nobody had done that. And that's what makes it so good. I just don't understand how you can't like it.
I don't want to go over old ground, but
no, but
it's. I think because it was because it was so popular at the time, because it did hit and it was everywhere. It was like it is now. It was everywhere. Everybody was watching Friends, and I just don't know whether that was to put me off. I don't know. It is weird because
it's very weird.
Yeah,
it is.
But
for us though, it's one of those things that we couldn't imagine life without.
No. I think this episode sums it up more because obviously our group of friends, there's a few lads, few girls, and the girls go and do their thing, and like the lads will come up with a couple of beers.
That's a
watch
really,
film.
really, really good point.
Yeah,
because our group is split right down the middle, girls and boys, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it so much then, because I never had. I had a few friends, but with being married with kids, maybe that was because it was just another program on the telly. Perhaps it wasn't relatable as much as what it is for you, because
maybe that's another thing, because I'm 30 this year, so
say it again.
But
say it again.
I'm 30 this year, but these are all
not 28,
20s. They're all 20s. Okay, these are all single, but none of them have kids. None of them have them commitments, and we kind of relate to that.
Yeah, we do, because if you split let's talk about our group for example. So we've got it's split down the middle, isn't it, girls and boys? Whereas you could put any 2 of those people into a pairing, and it would work.
Yeah, I think that's probably what does explain a lot of it, because you can relate to it better than what I can in certain ways.
Because I think this episode sparks that conversation, personally, because it is lads and girls.
Yeah.
But even though you don't relate in terms of having that mass group as such, can you relate to characters?
Yeah. In what way? Just what?
Well, it's like another program, but it's like the in-betweeners. Everyone knows a J.
You're my J.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. That makes me right. Yeah.
Full of shit.
I've very nearly seen you next Tuesday.
Yeah. We almost had Liam's first naughty word there.
But
really naughty word.
Like, do you see Ginger in anyone? Sorry. Did you see Stephen in any of them?
Oh yeah, because they know who Stephen is, don't they?
Yeah, but
Ginger. No one knows who Ginger is, but Stephen. Yeah, they all know Ginger. They all know Stephen, don't they?
Stephen is my mate. We all call him Ginger. Yeah, he's probably. I would say probably the Joey. He's either Joey or Chandler. He's usually the butt of the joke. It's a bit of a hard one, really. I don't know if I can relate.
Could you, Liam, put these characters to any one of us in your friend group? Go on, I want to know.
I can, but I can't because Hayley's Phoebe.
Right, Hayley's Phoebe. Okay, we've got that. Hayley, if you're listening, you're Phoebe.
Yeah. No, I can't necessarily put them in a category, but
Go on, try.
well, to me,
because
really
you're
weird.
Gunther. You're just the.
What a weird thing.
Aren't you? You're very.
Why?
Well, you're just there, aren't you? Every time you have a good time, Liam's just there in the background, pouring coffee.
Oh, this is my best friend.
He was your best friend.
I see Hannah as Monica only because I know her personally and how ridiculous she is with cleaning. But the rest, I can't. Like, I couldn't say.
I'm Joey because I'm a bloody chick magnet.
Again, we've spent a lot of time together now, so that's not true. But I can't put us all into a category, but there's airs of all of us in terms of how close we are.
Yeah.
Like,
no, there's definitely a dynamic where the 6 friends, there's like, is.
I wouldn't say it's the characters, I would say it's the relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the relationship, not the actual characters.
when they're all sat in a sitting room, it's like us all sitting in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what it's like for us.
Yeah.
And whether
They just don't drink as much as we do.
No.
Which is a shame.
I think in this episode, it also proves everybody needs a Phoebe.
Why?
Because, you know, like now, when they're having a serious conversation, and then Phoebe just says something, and it's ridiculous.
Totally random, yeah.
Like
But she's serious, though.
About what makes it all the better, though, because...
But everybody needs one.
Yeah.
You need someone that is...
breaks the ice, doesn't it?
We need a Phoebe.
Brings it back to reality, doesn't it?
Watching it again, and again, and again, and again, Phoebe is such a strong character.
I like Phoebe.
First time through I watched it, I didn't like Phoebe. Every time after, she gets better and better.
Yeah, she does.
And
she's just funny.
Phoebe, like, for the girls...
She's funnier than the other two.
I think so, yeah.
She is.
She is.
She's just naturally more funny.
I just prefer Rachel's character.
Why?
Because it's Rachel.
Yeah, because it's Jennifer Aniston.
No, because it's Rachel.
Because it's... Okay.
Rachel's character is just...
But in these first 4 episodes that we've watched, Phoebe's character is...
I think her character's stronger.
It's a lot stronger than the other 2 girls.
Yeah.
A lot stronger.
And you know more about the other 2.
Yeah.
But Phoebe as a comedic character is better.
Yeah.
It's because she's so random as well, though, I think. Because you're not... She's like the stooge, isn't she? In the group, she's like the stooge.
Yeah. So they want more serious storylines around the other 2 girls.
And then she just
breaks it.
Yeah, she just
Phoebe is the Joey
for the females.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So in that aspect, then Joey and Phoebe should get together.
I said that, Richard, as well. I always thought that.
Yeah, they should probably get together.
Liam's choking on another dick.
Is 6th tonight.
Is anybody interested in the viewership of this episode?
Yes, we should.
Welcome to Liam's weekly viewership stats.
All from Wikipedia, so could be completely wrong. So it was down from 18th to 19th.
But did they get more viewers this week?
High as 18th.
It got rated 13.7 this week.
Oh, so it was 0.1 higher.
Yeah. Can anybody guess what was number 1?
Home Improvement.
Yes, it was.
That's not part of the quiz,
21.0.
Richard.
Do I not get a point for that?
No.
Bonus question.
No, but what was rated second? Grace Under Fire with 20.1.
I was going to say Will and Grace, but
It's not done brilliantly.
It's not done well, is it?
No.
I can understand perhaps why the studio were thinking of cutting their losses and getting rid of it.
Yeah, I mean,
They must have pumped some money into it by now, though.
But saying that, to be fair to it, right, after all, what is it, 2002 finished.
Yeah, we're talking 29 years.
29 years.
Yeah.
The comedy holds up.
Me bananas slapping Richard in the face.
Just seen Rachel playing Twister.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. The comedy holds up quite well. It hasn't aged like a lot of. I think that's probably because it's not political, and it's not centered around.
Yeah, it's not pop culture.
No,
it's all pretty much. Well, at the minute, I think it is one-liners, isn't it?
Is it the only American program that's relatable to British at the time?
But I don't know a lot about American comedy in the 90s. So
to be honest, I wouldn't.
I've seen Seinfeld, and I love Seinfeld.
American.
It is.
Do you not think so?
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
In terms of, I think there's a lot of dry comedy. There's a lot of sarcasm in it, which is a very British thing.
Never seen a British one with like 6 people in. I've only ever seen it with like the maximum of like 3.
The only thing I can think that's got more in is, or a close amount of royal family that are main characters.
Yeah, probably.
Because you've got the five of them, isn't it?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Nana 6.
Yeah, but then you can add Cheryl into it.
Yeah.
There is 5.
Twiggy.
Yeah.
Twiggy. And
Twiggy.
then there's Auntie's girlfriend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Emma.
Royd.
Emma Royd, yeah, lives down Nana's back passage.
I think we'll end it there.
Yeah.
I think that's the place to end it.
Yeah. That was a good one.
So as far as the episode's concerned, how is it ranking in the previous episode you've seen? Is it good, bad?
Richard, you're going to love episode 212 when we ask you how it ranks.
Well, it's not quite up there with episode 49, but it just beats 54. No, I enjoyed this one. I thought this was much better, much more on track, I think. It's sort of, the whole thing boils down to the last scene. The whole thing. Where she picks up the phone and she says, yeah, I'm fine. I've got magic beans.
Yeah.
And I think that encompasses the whole thing.
I think that's what the episode aims to do.
Yeah, it's just shows you what, even though they're going the 2 sets, like Ross is going through his dodgy patch, Rachel's going through hers, but at the end, it's because they're all together.
Yeah.
So I think that's really good episode.
And you're enjoying it?
Yeah.
4 episodes in?
Yeah, 4 episodes in. I'd say third one wasn't as great, but...
Because me and Liam would have liked you to have
I know, but
trashed one
there's
by now.
always going to be one
Wouldn't we?
episode where I really
To be
hate.
fair,
Oh, massively.
we would have done. We would have loved you to trash one right now. But,
Well, I can't lie.
but
If I
then
lie,
there's
I've got to kill you.
yeah, well,
But
then there's the part of me that thinks if you trash Friends, then I'm
yeah, you wouldn't be happy, would you?
I'm gonna have to kick
Then
you
you'd have
out.
to kill
He's got to
me.
go to Florida with him.
Yeah.
That's true. I've got to go to Florida with you as well.
The Me, My Dad, and Friends episode quiz.
Welcome to the Me, My Dad and Friends quiz.
Woo! Woo!
Currently it's Gaz 17, Dad 12. So, question 1. Who said they could not sleep in a public place? It's Gaz. Ross. Yes, it is. Boom. Pick the wrong pen up.
I thought it was Monica.
No, it wasn't Richard.
Joey had 3 tickets to the hockey game. Who were the Rangers playing? Dad.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yes. Whew. Come on, Gaz.
I know, I knew the answer, I just wasn't quick enough.
How many steps does it take Joey to get from his apartment to Central Park?
97.
Yes.
I was hoping you'd get that wrong.
In order for Ross to go to the hockey game, what does he make Joey and Chandler promise to buy him? Gaz?
The foam finger.
Yeah.
Come on, Richard.
What game did Phoebe take to Monica and Rachel's hat?
Operation.
Yeah.
Without the tweezers.
Who was first to realise that they were on TV in the hockey game?
Dad.
Joey.
No.
50-50.
Phone a friend.
Ross.
No.
Oh!
No, you
No, no, it's one ago.
Oh!
What fictional character does Phoebe say Rachel is like? Scans.
Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes. What does Ross get hit in the face with?
Dad. Ice hockey puck.
Yes.
Somebody swear, Richard.
I know. It's competition, guys. Come on.
Oh, it's a big question. Whose pizza did Monica, Rachel and Phoebe receive?
George. Stephanopoulos.
Yeah, well, there was a bit of
Well
help
done.
with that, but yeah. Which of the friends didn't know what omnipotent means?
Dad.
Joey.
Yes. What day does this episode take place on?
October 20th.
Yeah. What type of animal did Monica say she saw at the same thing as Rachel's friends on Wild Kingdom? Gaz?
Birds.
Yes. What fruit did Ross and Carol have the first night they,
Nectarines.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Richard.
Monica asks the pizza guy if George Stephanopoulos is wearing what coloured suit? Gaz?
Blue.
Yeah. Did you watch these? Yeah, I did. Have you watched any episode
Yeah,
yet?
it was. Yeah, go on.
What drink was Monica making?
I don't know.
Think of 5 of them.
What?
It's a 5 finger.
Death punch. Punch.
No.
Tiki.
Yeah.
Death.
Yeah.
Punch.
Yeah. I said death punch.
I tried to help. So at the end of the episode 4 quiz, it's Gaz on 27, Dad on 16.
Oh, that's a big old lead, that.
It's a big lead.
Oh,
It's a big lead.
Big lead.
Yeah, but it's not a Premier League lead, is it?
No. Well, what would you know? You're an Everton fan.
Well, yeah.
Let's not get personal. So at the end of episode 4, it's a bye from Gaz.
See ya.
It's a bye from my dad.
G'day, pals.
And it's a bye from me. Once again, thank you to producer Hannah for the quiz questions.
Woo! Woo!
It's a bye from Gaz.
Goodbye.
It's a guy from Dad. No.
Keeping it. That's brilliant. It's a guy from Dad. What did he say? It's a guy from Dad.
Guy from Dad! I'm not drunk. Cheerio, me old shorties.
This is the guy who used to teach me how to drink.